No, I suck. I've been punished with running. Roll the intro. No, just kidding.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 32 of the Amateur Hour podcast, the most mediocre podcast, bringing you the most mediocre entertainment every Monday. Mediocre Mondays, guys.
Ooh, I like that. Is that the first time we said that?
Out loud, yeah, but it was just a thing between me and you. I was like, what do you mean you like it? We've been saying it.
But I'm saying, yeah, is that the first? Okay. All right. Yeah.
It was. Remember when we were trying to come up with our upload day? We were like mediocre Monday says the ring to it, but we never even actually said it out loud.
I like that.
Yeah. Who came up with that, man?
Who came up with that? That's a good ass idea.
Anyways, Matt, how have you been?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah.
Going back to the gym.
Oh.
Day 3 of just being on it.
Can I tell you something?
What's up?
I just got a gym membership too,
Ooh,
but I have yet to go. So
where?
I'm not gonna say because I'm gonna get made fun of. You already
Planet Fitness.
Yeah, of course I did.
Planet
of course,
Fitness. No, it's you know
I'm
what?
broke. I'm broke.
What I don't give a fuck as long as you're going to the gym.
I have yet to go just because timer frames, but that's honestly just an excuse. So I really want to challenge myself because I have goals for the end of the year, and I really want to. It's been a while since I pushed myself to like lose some weight. You know what I mean? It's just been naturally happening.
Can we? Can I live to our viewers? Live to our viewers right now.
What do you mean?
Like I'm saying, I'm issuing a challenge, a fitness challenge in
Oh.
front of all of our viewers to you. You got a gym membership? I don't know. I challenge you. End of the year.
To
I
what?
I don't know. Who just has the best fitness
Transformation?
or just
who has the best fitness transformation?
Let's have like
Matt,
a
I don't think
contest.
you know what you're assigning to because when I get competitive,
That's why I'm doing it.
on.
That's why I'm doing it because
It's
I
on.
need that. I am the same. I'm the same way.
Who has the best fitness transformation
Yeah.
by the end of the year? All right, fuck it.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
what's the date today?
I don't know.
It's March 3rd, I believe. Right? March
4th.
4th. March 4th from March 4th to the end of the year. Who has the best fitness transformation? We're going to come back to this video and Matt's going to lose. Anyways.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, man. So my week's good. Going back to the gym. You got a gym membership? Anything else
Yes.
noteworthy?
No. Just working, unfortunately. That's still a thing.
Yeah. I know. My cousin actually sent me some like end of the world apocalypse type conspiracy shit. And I was just like, can it happen? Like, I'm tired of paying bills, bro. Like, I'm down for a cataclysmic event.
If we all just simultaneously stopped paying one bill or rent or anything simultaneously, we would give people a real sense of like who has the power here. You know what I mean? At some point, I think that needs to happen. But either way, Matt, can I tell you something?
What's up?
I fell down another rabbit hole.
Uh-oh.
Another rabbit hole.
Another one.
But this has been an ongoing one because, you know, I edit these things. We do a lot of maintenance on the back end and stuff when I'm creating the thumbnails or anything like that. I usually have like YouTube or something playing in the background just because so my thoughts and everything don't drift away and I actually stay focused.
Yeah.
And at some point, police body cam videos and interrogation videos popped into my rotation.
Okay.
And I was like, what the heck? And I let them play because I was editing.
Yeah.
But then slowly but
Background
surely,
noise.
they started popping up more and more in my feed.
Yeah.
And I started watching them when I wasn't editing.
It became a
thing. So
thing.
now I enjoy them. I enjoy seeing. I can understand why people gravitate towards like true crime and murder mysteries and things like that because you get drawn into it.
Yeah, that's how I am with like gore videos and stuff.
No, but there's a
Yeah,
I think there's a huge
same
difference.
Same thing. It's not weird, ladies and gentlemen. It's not weird at all.
Going back to my totally normal body cam things like that, I fell down a little bit of a rabbit hole. And let me ask you a question, Matthew Cornelius Mufrastro.
Fucking hate you.
What do you know about Alexei Travazo? Does that name ring a bell to you?
Why does it doesn't sound, the last name doesn't sound familiar, but the first name does.
Alexei,
what it is? Who is this? Who's that individual?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about the individual. Alexei Travazo was born on November 25th, 2003, making her just a shy away younger than me.
Oh shit.
She's almost to the day just 2 years younger than me. Alexei was born into a very troubled family and an abusive father, unfortunately. Alexi's mother even going on record for saying that she was frequently abused by her then husband whilst being pregnant with Alexi.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physically abused during pregnancy, which led to Alexi's own health and skeletal issues. So like the way she was like brought up and everything and stuff, she had like a lot of issues.
Okay. Structure issues?
Basically.
Okay.
Like she had a lot of hip issues, a lot of spinal issues. But Matthew, let's not confuse the thing. Just because I'm stating some of her background doesn't mean that this individual deserves too much sympathy.
Oh, shit.
Because Matthew Cornelius Mufrastro, let me take you to the night of January 23rd, 2023. This was
the day after my birthday?
Yeah. Well, last year.
Oh, shit. Last year after my birthday. Okay.
So whilst you were out partying, celebrating your 40th anniversary of being alive, right? On the other side of the planet, actually not really the other side of the planet, in New Mexico to be specific, right? Just shy away that way.
That's a hop, skipping.
Right. Alexi and her mother checked into Artesia General Hospital because she had complaints about lower back and abdominal pains.
Okay.
So they went into the hospital saying, shit hurts and everything and stuff. But at this point, it was a common practice because, as stated, a lot of spinal issues have occurred up to this point in her life. At this point, Alexi was just 18 years old.
Okay.
After being taken into the room, the doctors and nurses attempted to follow procedure to admit Alexi to an x-rays, in which she began to refuse any sort of treatment, any sort of physical treatment to take an x-ray because she was claiming severe aching in all parts of her body.
So, okay.
Right? You get checked in, and when the doctors want to do their thing, do you for x-rays and stuff, there's like, no, wait. And all this behavior started to like raise some eyebrows. Not obviously, doctors and nurses are no people to like say, hey, what is going on? Right. But it raised some eyebrows, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
At this point, it's 1:47 a.m., so they've been there for a while. And Alexi claims that she needs to go to the bathroom, in which so a nurse appoints her to the direction of the bathroom. And it almost seems as though Alexi is hauling ass to get to the restroom. When I assume that she needs to take a really fat shit, and that's what she claimed. Right? Minutes go by, and given the constant flushing and sounds of pain that are coming from the bathroom, doctors and nurses are really concerned because constant flushing, sounds of aches coming from the bathroom, been right under 20 minutes at this point.
Damn.
The doctors and nurses fear that this lady could be potentially hurting herself. We don't know the situation. There's visibly uncomfort from Alexi from the moment to check in till now. A lot of tension. You never know.
Yeah.
They start banging on the door. 17 minutes go by, and the medical team, as soon as they're going to force themselves in, letting Alexi know that they have no choice because they do not know what's going on at this point.
Right.
She just happens to open the door. She's like, no, I'm fine. The medical team opened the door. Alexi walks out, and she claims that she had an accident. They are greeted to a bloody floor. The entire hospital bathroom floor is covered in blood. And she's like, she's claiming that she's on a period or something. Right? At this point, it's somewhat believable. It's not
out of the realm of possibility.
It's not out of the realm, but again, even more eyebrows are starting to be raised at this point. Alexi just waddles down back into her room, where they checked in and everything and stuff, as if nothing just happened. Yeah. At this point, the hospital assigns the cleaning staff to go and clean up, obviously, the bloody restroom because old there, Janny has to shit as well, and she can't shit in the bloody bathroom. You know what I mean? Ugh. It's disgusting. So here's the part where I need to interject a little bit, Matthew. Something that you might not know about me was technically one of my first jobs was as a janitor. So my mom has been cleaning her whole life. So I know a little bit of the procedures of what it is to be cleaning. And so do these ladies. These ladies they know what they're doing. They know how to clean. They know how to clean. They know their trashes. They know their routes because they do this day in and day out. I can speak so almost secondhand because I've seen my mother do it. And so did the lady that happened to clean the bathroom that night. She was cleaning the restroom, and upon cleaning and everything and stuff, after dumping everything into the trash can and getting the trash can out to replace it, she grabs it. She's like, this seems a little bit heavier than usual. It's like, that's a trash can bathroom. How much weight can someone possibly have in a trash can bathroom?
I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't know where this is going. And I can I'm only imagining. So I don't even know. I go ahead. I just wanted to say that I am completely in the blind here, I'm in the dark here.
She
I
blew
don't
up
know.
the. I'm just kidding. she took a shit in the trash.
I'm waiting
can.
for it to be like 30 gerbils were shoved in her butt or something. I don't know.
Imagine. No, but she checks the bag. Obviously,
Okay.
it's and this is a common practice that most like facilities have, that they double bag them just in case
Yeah,
one
yeah.
rips. Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So the first bag is just all the trash that she just put in from cleaning the bathroom, but underneath that first bag is obviously the second bag, and that was the one with the weight. So she takes the first lining of trash out, and then there's a bunch of toilet paper, bunch of bloody toilet paper.
It's giving me anxiety, bro.
And Matthew, she discovers a full term 9-month born baby, lifeless,
Oh.
that is buried underneath all of this toilet paper and wet napkins.
Okay. No one knew she was pregnant?
No. Nobody knew she was pregnant, obviously, other than her. So basically, just to break it down to you, ladies and gentlemen, she went to the restroom.
Right.
She gave birth.
Right.
The nurses and the medical team described as though it looked like the umbilical cord was ripped off by teeth and by hand. It looked absolutely disgusting. And the baby was absolutely lifeless.
Yeah.
No one knows exactly what happened. It was dead. The autopsy reports to this day have not been released. The only thing that I can say is that there was a substantial amount of flushing throughout that.
What was she flushing? Just the blood, maybe, or maybe just like the innards, like
maybe
the sac, the placenta.
No, here's the thing: the placenta was never delivered.
What?
No, the only thing that popped out was the baby with the umbilical cord.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That maybe that's where the flushing came into play. Maybe it was there.
The what?
Maybe the stuff was there and it just got flushed.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Oh.
The placenta was never delivered. It was only the baby and the umbilical cord that came out. She ripped off the umbilical cord.
Uh-huh.
Who knows what she did to the baby?
Oh, shit.
And then she put him in the trash can and tried to bury him and bury all this.
Yeah, but
through so much.
How old was she?
18 years old.
Does she not think that they're gonna not find a baby in the trash can?
Well, she did. She tried to do her best to obviously cover it up through.
I mean, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was under a layer of
Yes.
wet napkins and everything and stuff. And she put the
toilet paper and stuff.
No. She put another lining of
above
trash
it, yeah.
over.
Yeah.
So in her eyes, it's like it's just trash.
And yes, for the most part, I don't ever pick up trash
And look it.
and really examine it. But unless it was weighty like that, I don't
Really,
know.
nobody does. But for some reason, it occurred to the cleaning lady for this time to check.
Yeah, you bank on them maybe not checking. I get it. Okay, I get it now. Ugh. Okay, so are you alluding to that maybe she killed this baby?
Not alluding, she did.
Oh, she did kill the baby?
Yeah. It was a full-term baby, 9 months.
Uh-huh.
So although I think the probability of it being born dead is possible,
Okay.
it doesn't really happen. And this is still an ongoing, we're kind of jumping along, but this is still an ongoing case.
Oh.
So nothing is really definitive because this just happened last year. And she was convicted this year in January.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But we're skipping ahead. On January 27th, Alexi was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, obviously, because she killed a baby and tried to hide it.
Yeesh.
And tampered with the baby being the evidence, unfortunately, at this point. Whilst on an arrest warrant, Matthew, because an arrest warrant was placed on Alexi.
Right.
She was still going to high school. It was really hard for some reason for the police officers to get a hold of her, to hold her into custody, because she was always at some point dipping out. They couldn't find her in school. They couldn't find her at home or anything for some reason or another.
It's weird.
But this did not stop Alexi from attending senior prom and graduating from Artesia High School in New Mexico. So mere months after doing this heinous crime, you just go up to take your senior pictures, do that, apply for royalty and everything, and graduate as if it's nothing.
Yeah. Gotta live your best life, I guess.
She is now convicted and holds trial in 2024. Obviously, she's still on to hold trial, whilst her mother has formed a lawsuit against the hospital and the state police, blaming them for the entire incident, claiming that they didn't
do enough.
They didn't do enough to save her daughter.
To figure out that she was pregnant and to save the baby. Like to do the things that you're there to figure out why you're here.
Supposedly, but I think it's hard for me to bring this story to just, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is one of the most serious things that has been shared in this podcast. Unfortunately, the way the mother reacts because the doctors and nurses come into the room saying, "Hey, we found a fucking dead baby in the bathroom."
Yeah.
The mother's first reaction is not to break down crying. As I would assume that would be my first thing, is to be like, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" I had to,
To be like that, yes, but not everyone cries immediately.
Well, no, yes, but the first reaction was to scold and yell at her daughter. At no point was there any remorse or anything shown from either Alexi, her mother, or anybody.
Oh, so maybe they knew?
I don't think that the mother didn't know, but then again, it's just
like you just nobody knows the truth besides Alexi, unfortunately, who is on trial. So her truth is going to be distorted in her bias. Her biasness,
If I were to give my personal opinion on it, I think that just the way that I see the mother's behavior, Alexi might have ended up pregnant.
Right.
Unfortunately, teen pregnancy is a thing. And she might have just been scared of what the mother could possibly do. Oh. So that was best resort, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
It happens a lot more than you think. It happens a lot more than you think. I'll have to tell you off pod. I don't know if I want to air that out just yet.
No, but yeah, unfortunately. So my rabbit hole did not mean to be this morbid, and I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but it's just what I found. And at first I was intrigued by the story, and then I was mortified, and then I thought it was just something that should be a little bit brought to life.
I had not heard about this, which is weird. Well, no. I don't look at weird stuff like that. I go watch people get their heads chopped off.
Get beheaded and stuff.
Yeah.
But
fall under a train or something.
Yeah. At no point did I share this story to bring light onto Alexi, because I think that she deserves nothing but what's coming to her, but just more or less to, I don't even know, man, condolences on a life that was lost.
Yeah. Shout out. What? You want to shed light? What you want us to do? That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. My bad. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. So,
anyways, moving past that, guys.
Well, hold on. So, funny enough, right? Speaking about court dates and just legal action, right? Oh, shit. Have you been keeping up with what's going on? Have you heard about what's going on with like P. Diddy and all this stuff?
No. Yeah. Doesn't he have a record label?
Yeah, of course. Bad Boy Records, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a very prominent person in the music industry. He has been for a lot of years. But over the years, there has been a lot of accusations, just kind of stemming from all over the place. People have claimed that he operates on like thug vibes, right, in the industry, he's tormented people, you hear all the rumors that he might have sexually assaulted this person, or he's keeping this so he
R. Kelly,
like there's been those types of things, maybe not to the minor aspect of it, but definitely like sexual assault allegations, right?
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's just the way you said it, bro.
So, on Twitter, it became known that there was. So, Diddy, real quick. I'm not too familiar with the Cassie case. Cassie was one of his former partners. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they were married. They might have been. But Cassie was also a musician who was under the label. I think she was under Diddy's label, and he had full creative control of her. I think even at some points there was rumors, or there's something about like almost like a slave. Like he was keeping her to himself. She couldn't go anywhere. Like again, giving R. Kelly vibes, right? And Cassie actually filed a lawsuit against him last year, like around November, maybe a little before that, but it ended up settling out of court, and she got a lot of flack for that, because people were saying that like obviously she took the money. Now, hey, I don't knock her for getting the bag, you know what I'm saying? Like realistically, he did take a lot of money from her, I guess, right? Like from what she's claiming. So yes, to get your money back, I guess, because who knows if you'll win that court case.
Very, very true. And
especially with someone that powerful, you know?
especially, and then afterwards, like, how much do you really take home after lawyer fees, court fees, all that stuff? So
yeah. So that was a separate. I thought originally when I started to see this stuff happening on the internet, I thought that was a part of the Cassie stuff. But no, my friend. There was a separate lawsuit filed against Diddy. So there's all of a sudden Cassie kind of got. I don't know if Cassie got the ball rolling, but Cassie. It seemed like after her incident, the door started opening where more people were coming out and saying that there was a lot of things against him. Right? You know how it is. Right?
It takes one successful story for the following people to rise.
Yes. So recently there was a lawsuit filed by a producer that goes by the name of Lil Rod. Right. I personally have not heard of him, but I'm pretty sure. Right. But I'm pretty sure. That's my stripper name. So, what's it called?
Your dong's your pole.
Yeah, you know.
You're pulling a Drake.
So, but his real name is Rodney Jones, right? There was a 70-page document.
Rodney what?
Rodney Jones. That's his actual name.
And he's a what?
Producer.
How old is he?
I don't know. I mean, he's like older than, he's not young. Are you? What?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to go on records.
It's probably someone you don't know.
Well, I had a classmate he shared the same name as his father. So he was a junior. And
I'm looking it up.
And one might say that you might or might have not shared that name.
There's no way. There's no. I mean,
can you?
He's 40. Wait, no, that's not that.
His father was in the music industry.
Interesting.
So can I go ahead and see a picture real quick?
This is what he looks like.
Oh, thank Jesus Christ!
I'm telling you, bro.
Oh, thank Jesus Christ, bro.
Anyway, you're stressing me out over here. Anyway, okay. So Rodney Jones, right? There was a 70-page document that was filed. Like there was a 70-page document of the lawsuit that highlighted Rodney Jones was suing Diddy, but not just Diddy, multiple other entities that might be like in connection with him in terms of like on the music side of things, right? Amongst those were like Motown Records, Universal Records, right? You know, anything that probably has like a partnership with Diddy to some degree, right? But he was also suing Diddy himself, right? So in the court documents, real quick, and again, this is still kind of a thing that's really developing. It's been on the internet for about 5-6 days now of people like, I don't want to jump ahead, but you know, it's been buzzing for a minute. So the lawsuit kind of documents conversations that Rodney Jones claims to have had happened between him and Diddy, right, in close quarters or behind closed doors. My bad, close quarters, really, really, really close, right? Behind closed doors, there are a couple of these conversations that were stated in the document. Right now, the lawsuit. I didn't read all 70 documents. But
you didn't.
I'm so sorry.
You didn't.
No, but one part of the allegations was that Diddy was soliciting sex with Rodney in turn to have it and getting back like perks and things like that. Like he was promising Rodney all these riches if he was down to have sex with him. Going as far as there is a producer that's a part of Diddy's labels as well. His name is Stevie J. Diddy even in the documents, this is in there. It even states that Diddy even used Stevie J as an example. He's someone that Diddy's close to, and he knew that Rodney Jones, Lil Rod, admired Stevie J, right? He even goes, "Hey, this is something that we all do.
We're all just fucking, man. We're just dudes,
fucking dudes, you know?
Dudes just fucking dudes having a good time, making some good sound. Dudes fucking some sound.
You know, let's just be fucking dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just be dudes that fuck other dudes.
You know what I'm saying?
Happy time.
That's what. So he's saying it's the norm. It's like he's trying to convince him, trying to ease his mind about doing these engaging in these acts, right?
You wouldn't even feel a thing.
He goes as far as even showing a video of Stevie J hooking up with another man. He even shows him, says, "Look, like this is what we do. This is what everyone does. It's just a thing, you know."
Damn, dude.
Right?
And aren't they like thuggers?
A little bit, you know.
That's crazy.
So in the documents, it stated that Diddy also claimed to Rodney Jones that he had multiple sexual relationships with artists in the industries whose names were redacted, right? They were redacted, but in the footnotes,
We almost got him.
they are referred to. One of them was referred to as the Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. And right? Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished when I bought that as the mall. Yeah. So Meek Mill, right? That's
Back to back got him hard, bro.
He didn't recover. So, okay, and then another name in there that was redacted that was in the footnotes was also listed as an artist who recently performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful residency in Las Vegas. Which
Luda?
No.
Or is it Usher?
Usher. Right?
Hey yo.
So again, these are in the documents. You can go look them up yourselves, but these are just what's on.
He was doing
paper.
that jagged jerk off. You know the little dance that he
You know,
does.
yeah. He was doing the Usher glitch on the
bed.
I love the Usher glitch is legendary. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Obviously,
yeah.
bro.
You know the
It's
Usher
just cringy.
glitch.
I'm sorry. It's just,
hey man. Hey, anyway,
imagine he's just getting back shots in glitch form.
he could. I don't know. So,
and do you think Diddy was a top in this scenario, or do you think he's just
might be the bottom.
Do you think so?
Maybe, I don't know.
If you have to solicit through money
You
and power
want it.
and stuff, I think it
know.
does give bottom energy.
Maybe it's both ways.
You think so?
Why stop at one? You know, I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't even speculate. So,
this reminds me a lot of the McMahon situation that
a little bit
is going on. Unfortunately,
a little bit. So, also it stated that Diddy claimed to promise Jones that he would win Producer of the Year. He would go as far as winning Producer of the Year in if he engaged in these sexual acts. Right? I mean, like, just go like it's just the bribing. It's just saying you can have this. The influence that Diddy has. He's saying, I'll put you on the map. All you gotta do is,
suck a little.
All you gotta do is just bite the pillow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. So.
Did you say bite the pillow?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like I said, and it goes back to more of the just reassuring Rodney Jones that this is a normal thing that happens in the industry.
So can I ask a quick question? Mm-hmm. Did that partake?
What did it happen?
Yes.
No, I don't believe it. I don't. Again,
so what's the lawsuit for?
The sexual assault of it, I think I'm not. Again, I didn't go too far down the rabbit hole just yet because it's a lot of stuff to go through. So I'll keep you updated. But I think it's more so on not only the sexual assault allegations, but also the legal action of not getting compensated correctly for work that's been produced.
So
also,
this whole sexual
is
stringing along things.
Yes.
You know what's funny? Did you hear the whole spiel that Cat Williams threw out a couple of months ago?
Oh, yeah.
About the industry and stuff like that. A lot of this shit is coming to light. Yeah. And it's freaky, dude.
Yes, it is. It's weird. It's a lot of stuff that some people, if you some circles, it kind of was known, but it wasn't mainstream. Now it's becoming more it's coming to light now that these things are happening. So,
do you think that's going to provoke change?
Nah,
it's tough to say.
It's because you don't know who to believe. It's so deeply integrated now, you just don't know. So I don't know.
It's crazy. Did you see the video of Steve Harvey when he was begging and pleading in the elevator about his life and wealth and things like that?
I don't think I
basically
saw the video.
Yeah, it's just I think that's more or less of the modern take of selling your soul. Obviously, it's not like an actual treaty that you sign. Maybe some people do.
Maybe if you want to go extreme. But I do think it's a metaphor of selling your soul. It is just your morality. Yeah, what you'll do for the fame.
You don't have any morals. You are just a puppet that's being strung along, and you have to do everything that this industry and people say. We've discussed this a little bit actually with the whole Doja Cat situation and stuff.
Yeah, really quick though. So with this lawsuit and these documents, you want to take with a grain of salt. Because it should be noted that the video that was provided as evidence, because that video was provided as evidence, the video that Diddy showed of Stevie J having sex with another man, right? But should be noted that as of right now, that evidence, there was a corn star who came out and said that that was his actual video, that he's the one in the clip, that it's not Stevie J. So as of right now, that evidence is kind of on the fence because there is someone saying that I don't know if he's brought the receipts and proven that it was uploaded by him and it's his video, but there is someone out there claiming that it's him and not Stevie J. And if that's the truth, then that kind of at least takes away the video evidence side of things.
What if that's all part of like the whole thing?
All I'm saying is, if I had a lot of money like that, I'd have someone come out.
Like
and
that's me.
All I'm saying is, these people, if they were smart with the resources and money they have, there's contingency plans. So take that as you will. Okay, and then after that, the internet goes crazy. The internet, like the FBI people they start going through tweets and videos and all types of stuff and finding little clues. Meek Mill saying certain things like this, Diddy looking at someone a certain way, a video of Diddy and Usher kind of being weird, but it's all in the name of memes, but it's also this own rabbit hole where if you start going down and you start like, again, they're bringing up footage of Diddy talking to kid like little Justin Bieber and making him nervous and shit, like, he's stuttering and you could tell he's uncomfortable. It's like these things we didn't see in the moment.
Justin Bieber has gone on record as saying that he was like abused a lot. We don't know to what degree, but he went through a lot during his comeuppings, and that severely fucked him up.
It does. Exposing children to stuff like that is very damaging in the long run. The internet goes crazy, man. There's all types of memes. I'm sure now that we're talking about it, you're gonna start seeing something. I'm sure there's people out here who probably didn't hear about it that will start seeing some stuff or not. But it's been all over my timeline. It's been a thing. Meek Mill actually came out and started to act all tough and shit on the internet, attacking a specific YouTuber named DJ Academics. He's kind of
DJ Academics.
Yeah. So I watch Academics' stuff.
His podcast and everything.
Yeah, I watch his Twitch. He streams on Twitch.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. So I think he has a Twitch deal.
I have mixed feelings about Academics.
He annoyed me at first, but I like him now.
Yeah.
He annoyed the fuck out of me at first, but he grew on me.
His whole rise, though, it's a little... Ugh.
Oh, it's a little sketchy. It's a little shaky, but
yeah.
Hey, But yeah, so Academics was coming out and really like getting into it and reporting this stuff and, starting to bring more people attention to it. And Meek Mill actually was responding to him, even going as far as like going on Twitter and going, give me his someone out there, give me his address.
I kill him.
Yeah. Like,
hang,
saying some shit,
What is that?
The internet, it's just been up in a roar.
It's having a field day.
Yeah, especially with Meek Mill, because he came out, he did everything but deny the allegations. He argued with people and talked that street shit and did all this stuff and did everything but deny the allegations.
Mm-hmm.
So now Twitter's calling him Freak Mill.
Yep, he was the flyest, and he also was the realest.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. That's what's happening on Twitter. I'll keep you updated if anything new pops up. But yeah, that's been what's going on the interwebs.
Yeah. Moving along, there was a really interesting start to the freaking show today.
Yeah, we had some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, but moving along, Matthew and Cornelius Mufrastro. What are we talking about today?
Oh, so funny, ladies and gentlemen. When me and Angel like to brainstorm our ideas for the episode,
bite the pillow a little bit.
Yeah, when we start bouncing ideas off and kind of going like getting our footing on what we want to talk about, Angel suggested that we talked about sports stories.
Yes.
Just some sports stories. We want to talk about.
As it's been stated, me and Matthew were both student athletes leading up to our younger years in high school, and I feel as though we have a lot of interesting moments.
And it's so funny that we made the little fitness bet in the beginning because, like I said, I'm just super competitive. I don't like losing. I don't ever lose. And
except when you do.
except when I do. I never lose.
I never lose. I just quit.
I win 100% of the time, 50% of the time. But yeah, no. So I'm always interested in your sports stories because we don't really talk. You talk about being in football, but I don't really hear anything besides the funny stories we told. You want to go first? You have one?
Yeah, I can go ahead and indulge you just a little bit on how my football journey began. So, from going into 8th grade to freshman year, I ate a lot.
Oh, yeah,
Like I ate a lot, and there was a lot of issues going on, so I just binge eat a lot. So I gained a lot of weight, and I saw that a lot of the big guys in football, were fat and everything and stuff, and that way it looked kind of cool. I'm like, I want to do that because I had never really participated in any competitive sport until then.
Okay.
So I just took a leap of faith and I went to the tryouts and we made it to freshman football.
Right.
And that's when the whole journey started for me. You know, it was just doing something just so I can have an excuse to work out. And Matthew, by the end of the first fucking day, I was just like, I goddamn near wanted to cry because at that point I had never exercised my body to that degree.
Yeah.
You know, it was the first day, and then obviously you have to weave out the weak from who really wants to be here, and they did that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have an even funnier story that involves me actually throwing up.
Oh,
Right?
okay. Gross.
So this was like towards the middle of the season, right? This is when I started to get a little bit of the mojo going, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I was a starter. That only lasted like 5 games, you know. So
Okay.
a little bit half of the season that I was a starter. My freshman year. But at this point, I thought I was top of shit, you know. We're the football team, everybody's watching us and stuff. We get like all the budget from the school, you know. We're the cool guys because you know we dress up and everything and stuff. You know, I just it got to my head. I was super disrespectful in my classes and everything. And
what a dickhead.
no, seriously, I really was. Let's jump to my English class. I was so disrespectful to my English teacher. I was just sat there. I think I didn't cuss her out, but I insinuated something. I was like, this bitch, you know? Yeah, obviously something like that. And she was like, what did you say? And I was like, oh, nothing, you know, I try to play it off. Fast forward to her phoning my coach and letting her know, hey, Angel referred to me, not directly, but as a bitch today in class. And I don't know if you guys discipline your kids, but I just wanted to let you know.
They don't.
And Matthew, I was not aware of this. So I went off to practice.
Oh, you weren't aware that she snitched?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't. I'm telling you, I was top of the world. I went off to practice. And this was, you know how like when you're in sports and everything, you have a conditioning day.
Oh, yeah.
This was conditioning day. So it was already hard. We were doing football suicides. So for people that don't know what football suicides are, is that I think they're a little bit worse than basketball, in my personal opinion.
Because the field's bigger.
So you have to go to the from the 1 to the from the end goal to the 10, then to the 20, and then to the 50, and then I think all the way down. I think so. Something like that. Every coach kind of did it differently.
I think we did it where it was every 10 yards.
You did it every 10 yards?
I think so. I think we did it where it was like the 10 back, 20 back, 30 back, 40 back,
It might have
50
been-
back, 60 back, 70 back, 80 back, 90 back,
I
100
only
back.
only did something like that in varsity when it was really, really fucking hard.
Yeah.
But basically, that wasn't all we did. We also did gassers, obviously.
Okay.
We did a bunch of Indian runs. We did bleachers and everything. So it was a really,
Indian
really...
runs fucking suck.
Again, to explain for people that don't know what Indian runs are, it's like...
Is that offensive these days?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really don't know. Maybe let's not refrain it to Indian runs, but lateral runs. They would also describe it as that. Lateral runs. So basically, everybody's running in line, right? Mm-hmm. Me and Matt are running in line.
Oh,
there's 10 of us.
Oh, I'm going to run like
Right.
the Flash.
You just, we're running in line, right?
Right.
And then I'm okay. Here, let's run this way.
Okay.
So turn this way.
So we're running this way.
Running in line,
So
right?
we're running this
So
way,
when the coach blows on the whistle,
right?
My job is to
the last person has to go to the front.
Yes, and the coach was a real bitch because if you didn't make it by the time he blew his whistle again, it was worse for you.
We didn't do it like that. We just did it as like the last person has to catch up.
No, but we had a time limit, and it was crazy because it was the entire team. So by the time that you were
80 people.
When you were at the end of the line, you had to go through
you had to sprint
30 people in front of you in the time limit, or else it was going to be worse to you. So we were doing all of this, right? Just to tell you, it was already a hard day. Practice is over. Coach says, Delira, I want to have a word with you a little bit, just so we can talk about some of the plays and everything. Little bitch got me in with that. Right. And he says, actually, he's like, can you go ahead and meet me up in the second field? So basically, the way that my school is that their football field used to be on top. Right. When they had the renovation, they dug out the field, so it was inside.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you know the school, right?
Yeah.
You know the school, the top field, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, I met him there. I was already kind of worried and stuff. I was like, oh, fuck.
This motherfucker's gonna kill me.
So by the time that my coach made way, I had my cleats off. I was in my slides and everything and stuff. And so he saw me. So he gets over and he's like, hey man, go ahead and put your cleats on, and we're gonna go ahead and do some hills, just until like you can puke. And I was like, what? And he's like, you heard me. Go ahead and put your cleats on, and you're gonna start running. I'm not gonna say it again. And I was like, I can't say no because I'm the only one out here.
Yes, you can say no. I don't know, man. I like look back on that shit and I'm like, we let them get away with a lot of shit. But yes, but it builds character because
yes.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, Matthew, I ran hills after doing all this, guys. And for people who don't know what hills are, obviously, did you have hills in your? Yes.
Well, we didn't. I know what hills are. We didn't have hills. We had bleachers.
Oh well, basically, I think the hills are actually harder because you know the layout of the school. I was in back of the away bleachers. Yeah. And I had to go all the way to the other side of the fence.
Yep.
Which is where the houses were.
Yep.
And then come back all the way down and touch it. And that was one.
There
was no, he didn't say, hey, do 10 hills.
No.
He says, we're doing this until we're done.
Until I say so.
And Matthew, I threw up 3 fucking times running.
That's so bad.
Running. It was, I think it's okay to say that it was nearly an hour. Maybe a little bit more of just running. I was gassed out.
Yeah.
He let me get some water breaks, a couple. But, you know, as soon as he didn't hear me, it's start running. And then after, he's like, no. He told me that one time coming back from me getting some water, he told me, this is because Miss So-and-so called me about you having a mouth today. So let's see how much of a mouth you have while running these hills. And yeah,
I would have kept having a mouth.
Oh, I kind of did, but it was more so in practice. It was more playful, but that was the absolute last time that I ever mouthed off to a teacher. And no, it built a lot of discipline. I look back at that stage.
Like you needed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
you were a dickhead.
It was fucking rough, and it was a real wake up call that I wasn't on top of the world.
I'm glad he did that to you.
Me too, actually. Every time I say glad. This, I tell this people this story. Everybody's like, "Oh my god!" It's like it's so morbid and stuff, but like it's something that I needed.
Yeah, that's actually that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, being punished like that back then. I kind of miss it sometimes. Sometimes I kind of miss it. Sometimes I kind of miss it.
Can I tell you the kicker?
What's up?
That was what made me lose my starting position. So not only did I suffer that, I got kicked out of it, and he's like, "You're gonna have to earn that spot back." And it was so fucking rough because in my team, I wasn't necessarily the best person. You know what I mean? I was all right. It had already took me a lot to go into earning the starting position to begin with.
Yeah.
And I had already, you know, I was the right guard. You know, I was pretty good at it. I was pretty good towards towards that part. But that was really after that. I think I only started for 2 more games, and after that, I was second string.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
It was rough.
Damn. That sucks, man. But I'm glad you. Damn.
You can imagine because again, you know the layout. Just
No, it's like I've been punished with running. Roll the intro. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, while he fixes that, I guess that does suck. I do know the layout. I do know the layout that he's talking about, and it's not an easy trek for sure. But like I said, I do miss a little bit of. I like being coached. So the more you yell at me, the better I'm gonna perform.
Kinky.
I know, right? I need that motivation. You know, you got it. There you go.
There you go.
Speaking on coaches and punishment, let me tell you a quick little story, man. This is about my coach in high school. I won't say no names, and if he ever sees this, I apologize. As a person, I have no beef with you. As a basketball coach, and I'm a grown adult now, so I don't give a fuck. But as a basketball
If
coach.
I catch you in the streets,
If
man.
I catch you in the streets, I'm crossing you up. I don't give a. I'm hitting the fucking crossover, right? I'm going straight into it. I do not think my high school basketball coach was a good coach. I think he was a knowledgeable basketball player. I just don't think he was a good coach, right?
Doesn't always translate.
Doesn't always translate. He actually did play overseas for like a year or two, right? Like, Europe or something.
He played in the sea?
Over the seas.
Oh, like hovering.
Yeah, literally.
Love that.
Yeah, so
He's crossing Jesus.
Yeah, so he did play a little bit of pro ball or maybe semi pro ball, right? I don't know the extent of it. I really didn't care. I had a couple of gripes with him, right? But speaking on the punishment one, maybe I should give you some backstory real quick. I originally, I think I told you earlier, it took a lot for me to make the team. Odds were stacked against me, and this is a perfect story of
triumph.
No, not just that, but it's a perfect story of it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because this coach came in my sophomore year, and he was the freshman coach. After the next year, when I became a junior, he got promoted to varsity coach. He had this great idea, and we live in the hood. So anybody that went to school, well, we're in the same district, but we're not college preppy type of high schools, right? He wanted to bring a sports program that was mimicking those types of college prep high school to college prep schools, right?
Centennial.
Yeah, like he wanted to do that. So he had this great fucking idea, and this is just the backstory, so I'll get through it really quick. But he had the great fucking idea that he didn't want juniors on JV.
You've mentioned this before.
Right?
Yeah.
He didn't want juniors on JV. So that evidently cut out almost half of the people who were going to make the team that year, right? So boom. No juniors on JV. It was nothing but sophomores. They had the freshman, sophomore team, and then the varsity. Varsity had already had their team. So there was literally only... That year there was 3 spots, and 150 kids tried out for 3 spots. And 2 of the kids made the fucking team, not because they could play basketball, but because they knew the coach and they were football players. That always fucking happens. Story of my fucking life, right?
Yes.
Story of my life. So anyway,
so the whole junior basketball team was Thanos snap.
Yes, we knew. They told us in tryouts, only 3 of you guys are gonna make it, and the odds were just stacked against you, right? So that was junior year. Fast forward to senior year, right? The story, the actual story. Tryouts happened. They already kind of had their idea of the team, right? Like who they wanted to go, and like I told you earlier, a lot of my peers were the same height. It was very rare that we had tall people, and when we did, obviously they were shoo-ins for the team. We had a lot of point guards. I played point guard. We had point guards from 5'6" up to 5'10". Right? So it just depends on how tall you were, but everyone was in the same range.
Average height from this area.
Yes, we literally had 4 point guards, right? Already in rotation. During tryouts, we do the 2 weeks of trials, right? I make it through the first round. Boom. Make it through the second round. Boom. Our last tryout day, I gave it my all, man. I gave it my fucking all because I was like fuck it, bro. Like
You grab your mom?
I said, you're not even dead yet. Right? So I just motherfucker. Because my high school basketball career was derailed from the beginning of my stealing shit, I made it a mission. I wasn't going to be left out this year, right? So I gave it my all. And I was really close to one of the coaches. He was my math teacher, but he was also like an assistant coach. Shout out to Coach P. I was really close to him from my sophomore year when he was one of my teachers. And then as I was a senior, he was at the tryouts and he was rooting for me. And, he always put good words in for me or whatever. Last day of tryouts, you know the anxiousness where it's like, last day of tryouts, everybody, thank you for coming out. Please, if you did not make the team this year, they give you the whole speech, right? They're like, do not let that discourage you. Come out next year, whatever.
We're always happy to see you, see new faces.
Yeah. If you, whatever, right? Yeah. So he goes,
you feel like you're on a game show.
Yeah. You're fucked up. Yes. The anxiety. This is where my anxiety comes from, right? So then the coach's last words were, "The final team will be posted on my door in the morning." So, right? So I go home. I go home. I get rest. I go to
Cedric's eating dinner.
Yeah, Cedric's in my home already. Right? I go home. Cedric's already there. Eugene's already there. Everyone was always at my goddamn house, right? So I go home. I go to bed as soon as I can. It was one of those. You ever do that where but I don't do it now because I don't
You don't
wanna
go to
wake up
school?
I don't want to wake up the next day,
Oh.
but like
Yeah.
I don't want to go to work the next day necessarily. But there were days where it's like you're so excited to go to Disneyland, to go somewhere. You're doing something. You want to go to bed early so the day can come faster, right? So I go to bed super early that night. I go to bed like at 10 so that I could just wake up in the morning and I'm like, I can't
You're
take this
there.
anymore,
Yeah.
man. So finally I get ready for school, head out. I'm walking through the school and I'm trying to play it off nonchalant. I'm not going straight there. I'm going making my rounds. You know what I'm saying? Matt Smooth. I gotta say what's up to the shouty right here. I gotta say what's up to the shouty right there, right?
What up, Linda?
You know, I got.
What up, Melissa? What up?
How do you know these names? No, just kidding. Shout out to Linda. So what's it called? So I'm walking past the cafeteria, right?
Sorry, I threw you off.
I'm walking past the cafeteria, and the homie JB, he comes up to me, daps me up, and he goes, "Hey, did you see the list yet?" And I was like, "No, not yet." And he looks at me and goes, "You should go talk to the coach." And I was like, "Fuck." I was like, all right, cool. So, as the player I am, I walk over there and I look at the list and it says who made the team, who was cut. And at the bottom, it was a separate category and it said C coach. Right? So I did not make the first list, but I was not on the cut list. And there was 3 of us on the C coach list. I said, okay. I went to go see him in the morning, and he goes, "Come back at lunch." So more fucking anxiety, right? Oh my god! So the whole day I'm fucking on one.
And then I go to sleep in the middle of class.
Yeah, so I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep in the middle of the day, so
Cedric's
I can hurry up and wake up to. Yeah. Cedric's already at my house by lunch.
Yeah, because he needs to eat again because he doesn't know if he's gonna play when he gets home.
Yeah. So Cedric's already there, right? So Jesus Christ. So lunch comes, right? And I'm so sick to my stomach. I don't even go eat. I go straight to coach's room, right?
Cedric.
Yeah, I go straight to the coach's room, and I'm like, I pull up, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Foster, okay, He goes, "Come sit down," and he goes, "I'm gonna give it to you straight." He goes, "You play point guard. We have a lot of point guards." He goes, "You will be." He goes, "You're in competition with 3 other point guards in front of you right now, guards in front of you." He said, the best I could do for you is to put you on the practice squad." He's like, "I'm not guaranteeing you any time, any playing time." He goes, "But you will be on the team. You will travel with the team. You will participate with the team." He goes, "But as of right now, you're on the practice squad."
So you can dress up.
I can dress up and
you
go.
have your uniform.
Yeah.
Take on the bus.
He just says he can't guarantee that I play.
Playtime. Mm-hmm.
And then he threw in there, "You never know though. Stuff happens."
Which is a real thing, by the way. That's a lot of people go through that.
I accept it. I said yes. I don't care. I go. Honestly, I just want to be on the team, bro. I don't give a fuck. Please, man. Please.
Honestly, thank you.
Please.
I didn't think I'd make this
I'm
far.
not gonna get no hoes.
Please.
I don't know.
You're my uncle.
I know. I said, yeah, of course, right? I accept, right? I'll take the 10-day contract, and not too much of a spoiler. Well, I don't mean to spoil it, but I will say that out of the 22 games that we had that season, I started 11. So see,
That's half of the season,
that's
guys.
half the season, right?
That's half of the
That's
season.
half the season. So of
Starting?
course, yes. So I started 11 of the games. So they put me on the team, right? Shout out to Coach P. I did learn later that Coach P really pushed for me to at least be on the practice team. And what happened was exactly what we just talked about. The starting point guard, all of the starting point guards got hurt at some point. One of them was because I could do the point guard or shooting guard, right? I could do either one. And both of those positions got hurt. One of our starting shooting guard actually got hurt for the whole season.
Don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, okay. So if you know, you know, right? So I did end up starting, right? And that was how our coach was. He was just weird. That was one of my most, I felt like that was my most successful triumph when it came to basketball, because I literally was at the bottom, and I mean, starting half of the season, and it was the later half too. It was the fun half, because the first half where everyone was fresh and people didn't start breaking down until halfway through the season, grades, all that stuff, right? So that was one of my bigger achievements with basketball when it came to that high school team. That was actually something that I remember a lot, because I felt like the coach just didn't want me to succeed for some reason.
He
just didn't fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't fuck with me the way I felt. He fucked with all these other people, and they were just such like lackluster players. And He just didn't fuck with me.
Can I go ahead and share to you my most successful?
Yeah.
At least to the degree that you just shared. So as I stated, guys, up until me joining the football team, I had never played any sports competitively in my life. Well, maybe a little bit of like
Yu-Gi-Oh don't count.
No, a little bit of soccer when I was little.
Ooh.
But it was never. I was always defense. You know what I mean? It was never to that degree. And I have never been an overly athletic person. Obviously, like I can do a little bit more than the average fat folk can do, but still I've been kind of limited throughout my life. But you know my stubbornness, and I am a stubborn motherfucker.
Yeah,
always have been.
Right.
So from the start of the season, Angel, I was overweight, lacked power, lacked anything. By the end of the season, you know head to head, right? You know what that is.
Yeah.
In terms of football,
yeah,
we would go head to head and basically, and it was more or less that was the pride and joy for us big men.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
those drills were very.
Those drills are for us.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Those for us, and this is where we shine. So at some point towards the end of the season, this is when I made my way back up to starter. The second time, I think I played the last 2 games that we had is when I was a starter.
Yeah,
and. More or less, my journey to being a starter was similar to yours. Is that the first right guard got injured, so I was number 2, and I was thrown on there. Coach loved what I did.
Yep.
He kept me there for like five games around there.
Yeah.
But basically, during practice, it was another spiel because everybody was really competitive, and I was never really seen as like one of the big. Because this is relatively been the same frame that I've carried since high school. I'm not an overly big guy. I don't have a huge frame as some of the people that were there. Fast forwarding to the biggest and what everybody thought that was the best guard that there was. Well, not the guard. He was the center. So he was like the biggest dude and everything. Everybody that he hit the hardest and everything. So he was the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He calls me out. And Matthew, just like the movie, every time we had gone head to head, he would usually just call me out, just to kind of pick on me a little bit.
Yeah.
You know how
just
it is.
To challenge you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But he always had a lookout for me because he did that so I can get better slowly but surely. And Matthew, this time when he called me out, we get into our 3-point stance and everything and stuff. He goes 4, so he's lower than me. I was never really good at 4-point stance. If you know, you know. I was in my 3-point. Blows the whistle, and I get to him first. I don't know if you know how to block and everything, but my hands are in his pads and everything and stuff. And every time prior to this, I have been knocked on my ass, and I held myself, Matt, for like almost 30 seconds.
Yeah, and in football time,
that is
that's a
all
long time.
you need to do.
That's a long time.
This is the strongest person
on the team.
Yeah. The guy who hits the hardest, and but I dug my fucking cleats into the ground that day, and I'm like, you are not, and I pushed him back.
Yeah.
At first, I held my shit, and he was like, oh, shit. And then that's when he started cheering me on and everything and stuff, and I pushed him back. Obviously, I'm not going to paint like something that didn't happen. He did end up taking me down and stuff. But the fact that I went from someone who had relatively no skill and did not belong on the field to somebody that can hold themselves with the top guy out there on the line, oh my God, bro, that was one of the best moments that I ever felt.
Yep. It really, I know a lot of people who don't play sports or aren't like sports enthusiasts. They don't understand like that. They don't understand what it does to you when you achieve something like when you do something like that, when you hit a shot or when you make a play, something, bro. It doesn't sound like a lot to somebody, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, yeah. And it's crazy.
Did you guys ever use the chutes?
Remind me.
The chutes are just like, they just were like the metal chutes that people would use for you to get into your 3-point stance.
Yes.
Chutes though. They're called chutes.
So funny enough, the first time that we went to use that, I was the first one, and I was going to use for example because at this point, Coach really liked my 3-point stance because he liked how low I can get. So he put me on there, but he put me on the wrong side. So that those things only go one way, right?
Yeah.
So I went into just a wall, and that shit hurt. I got knocked out on my I got knocked on my ass, and I was like, oh god, I got like I saw stars for a little bit. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And then I went to the like sports nurse's office real quick just to get checked.
Jesus.
Well, my favorite one was like the monkey barrel type thing where I don't. It's because you're what we would refer to as skilled players. where like your drills and runs and everything. Like you guys would do routes and stuff like that. We wouldn't. We would just strictly drills and things like that. You know. So what we would do is
blocking and tackling,
basically. So what we would do, like I can demonstrate with these guys right here. Let's say it's right here. So it was my job to go ahead and leap over you. And roll around. You know what I mean? Those are
monkey rolls.
Yeah,
they're called monkey rolls. We call them monkey rolls.
Essentially.
I think they were called monkey rolls.
In preparation for this video, I just thought back to a lot of those nice moments that we had.
Okay, real quick. Speaking of football, this always makes me laugh, bro. This always makes me laugh. Jose, I'm sorry, bro. Shout out to Jose. Jose was probably the scariest person I've ever seen on the football field, bro. Jose. Like before he got injured, that man was fucking crazy, bro. I am fully convinced that he would have gotten a college offer to somewhere.
What was his position?
He was a lineman.
Which
I can't remember exactly what it was.
Jose, go ahead and comment what part of the line you were, because hey man,
I don't think he was a center. Jose, were you a center? Anyway, real quick. So freshman year, right? Jose's the type of person. I always tell this story, and it's so fucking funny. Jose's the type of person where, especially back then, he was very abrasive, right? Like he was very aggressive, very alpha. And he's still like that, but he in high school was more because we're kids, we have an ego. He's freshman, the first day of actual padded. Oh no, it's not even padded. Just the first day of practice before we even get fitted for our pads. There was 100 of us that tried out our freshman year.
Oh my god!
Our freshman year had something crazy. Like at one point, even when they weeded out the people that didn't really want to be there, it was still like 65 players, 70 something players. Yeah. We had a lot our freshman year.
Because the first week is obviously the week that you're gonna have the most, and then the second week you drop like 20 players.
Yeah,
because
so people, like or whatever it is, physical or whatever grades were. So Jose has already asserted his dominance on the team. That he's the captain, right? I'm pretty sure he was the captain of the freshman team. So we're out there, right? He's not the captain yet, but what I'm saying is like he was that presence. And he took that shit serious, bro. He didn't play. Maybe it's not even the first day of practice. Maybe it's like the first couple of days. Coach expects us to get in lines, and we had to get in 5 lines, 5 rows, and we were going to do jumping jacks, the warm-up jumping jacks, but we were going to spell out our name. So L-I-O. And, right? So like,
what did you call them? Did you call them regular jumping jacks? We called ours Bruin jacks.
Yeah, ours were. I don't know. I don't know now.
Lion jacks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. We were
Anyways,
just So we're doing it, right? So we're doing it, and Jose. So we're fucking around, and coach isn't out there yet, and Jose's trying to wrangle us, and he's like, everybody, he whistles, I think, and then he goes, everybody get the fucking line. Everybody, we need to do the butt. He's drilling into us, and it gets quiet, and then someone in the back, because there's like 60 of us, you hear someone go, "Fuck you." And we all fucking start dying laughing. Jose's like, who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that? But it was the funniest shit, bro, because I didn't know Jose like that. Like this is my first time actually introduced, like being like mixed with him. So shout out to Jose. I will never forget that, bro, because it was the fuck you. But it was funny because it came from like 20 people back. And I still to this day don't know who it is. You know what I forgot really quick? I forgot the original point of my first story. Remember we were talking about punishment and stuff like that?
Oh,
Just really quick, just to add on to my coach's dumbass. One day, the captains, there was 3 star players on the team who had been fucking around with their teachers, not doing well in class, being late to class. And our coach was made aware of this, and he announces they show up, right? He announces to everyone that our captains have been slacking it, and he goes,
I'm kidding. What?
Nothing. I don't know. I hate when you do that shit. I'm fucking traumatized. Jesus. Okay. So the coach has this bright idea. This is what I'm telling you. Tell me if you find any problem with this. The coach says,
I have a problem with it.
Okay. Yep. Me too. The coach says, guys, our lovely captains have been slacking in and slacking off in class and being late and being disrespectful. So we're going to run today. Normal, right? Oh, man, like you're making the whole team suffering for what you did. He took it a step further, and I'll never fucking process this as an adult, like trying to coach a team. He made the 3 players who were fucking up, he made them stand in the middle of the court. And he made them watch us run for 45 minutes into practice. Because in his head, he wanted them to see the damage that their actions are causing the team, but in reality, and I'm sure you had players like this on the team, they did not give a fuck. They didn't sit there and go, oh my actions. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I'll do better. No, they were laughing at us. They knew they got away with that shit. That's the type of dumbass coach we were dealing with.
So no, I understand the premise behind it. But
I get it.
I get it to the warped idea that he had, but it just goes to show he didn't know. It sounds like he didn't know the kind of children that he was dealing with. Again,
he favored them. Those were his favorite players.
Well, not only that, but like the area. That's not how we learn.
No,
that's not how we learn.
No,
we learn by like what the fuck I had to go through.
By punishment,
yes.
Actual punishment, not moral punishment.
Yeah.
That was moral punishment. So stupid ass coach. So,
but I do agree with the first take where like, because we did that a lot when one of us fucked up. We all fucked up.
We all fucked up, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer because, like, that also goes to show that your actions are beyond you. And again, one of the things that I praise my coaches a lot, I had some good, some bad coaches, but the ones that really stood out, they always made it a point that what we were doing was not just field work, that they were preparing us to be good men.
Yes, those undertones were there sporadically, yes. I feel like nowadays coaches aren't like that. I saw it when I worked at the school. The coaches didn't
really.
Yeah, the coaches the football players were actually starting a lot of the drama. They specific favored football players made this group of girls actually fight, and it became a 3-on-3 brawl that ended up in people getting arrested because weapons were used. And the coach, it was the boys that started it, and the coach just took them to the room and was like, "I will talk to them." And then I would hear them talk, bro. They were like, "You can do anything." Yeah, so again, dumbass coaching decisions. So if you're out there and if I ever catch you on the streets, you better have your ankle braces on because I'm coming for them. But real quick, let me finish off with another with.
Hit us off with the bang, Matthew.
This one doesn't have the happiest ending, but it was one of those achievements it was one of those growing moments in sports that I felt like
growing pains.
Yeah, it was just one of those like Hallmark basketball movies. Me, Eugene, and our friend Steven entered a 3-on-3 tournament right here at GCU. It was like a citywide tournament, so anyone can enter. It was a 3-on-3 tournament. You know, we had been playing for a minute. Steven had a growing spurt. I was taller than Steven his senior year because he was a grade above me. Him and Eugene were grades above me. So Steven was 5'8" when he was a senior. After he graduated, he went to 6'5".
Hey, yo.
Yeah. So and then on top of that, Steven adopted the Mamba mentality before it was like a trademark saying. Because he was from LA and the Lakers were his team and Kobe was his favorite player, and he emulated Kobe to the T in terms of work ethic because he made the team.
Crazy.
Yes, he made the team when he was 5'8". He did make the team. He had some skill, but when he had that growing spurt, and I remember like he would text us like he was going to the gym 3 times a day. He was getting on the bus, he was eating his protein, he was doing all this type of stuff, bro. And you could see it. It was just coming together. He was becoming a basketball as
a basketball player. He was doing all this.
Yes, he was doing it, bro. He was like the fact that his frame just got bigger. He was 6'5". He was dunking all crazy, right? So we entered this tournament, right? And we didn't know what we were getting into. And the level of competition in this tournament was actually kind of crazy. Like there was one team that no one was under. All 4 of the players, no one was under 6'3". It was 6'3", 6'6", 6'7". The 3 that we played against.
6'7",
6'7", 6'3", and 6'6", right?
6'7".
Yeah, so
that's like almost a whole foot taller than me, bro.
Yeah, and it was double elimination, right?
Oh.
It was double elimination, and I think we played. I can't remember. We might have played them the first game. And it was our first game. The jitters kind of came in. We lost, right? So we got our first L. And Steven locked us in. He looked at us and he was like, "We're not losing this fucking tournament." We won 6 games straight. But because we were in the losers bracket, we had to play I think we had to play 7 games. And then the winners bracket only had to play like 3 games. So we battled our way from the bottom. We were winning. Steven was hitting buzzer beaters. We were doing comebacks. We were down by. It was like the games were
what?
What?
You were hitting what?
Buzzer beaters.
Oh.
When you make.
And you were doing what?
What?
Whose back were you coming on?
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, comebacks. Yeah, everyone loves a good comeback story. So, shout out to Kim Kardashian. So yeah,
3-on-3 comebacks. I love that.
Yeah, literally. Usually got to pay extra for that. So yeah, bro, we win our next couple of games. Like I said, really close ones. Some teams we beat really bad. Like some teams we steamrolled. Some teams we had like a battle, right? And we got into the championship. We got into the last one against that same big ass team, bro. And
you're sounding like a 2008 basketball movie.
Yeah, bro. And we were going, man, and it was back and forth. And so the games were to 11, or it was either or. Whoever gets to 11, going by ones and twos. So 3-pointers counts as twos.
Yeah.
Layups and everything inside counts as one.
Full court?
No, half court.
Okay.
Or it was whoever hit 11 first, or whoever was up when the clock ran out.
Yeah.
And they had 12 minutes on the board.
No last shot wins.
You could. Oh no, last shot wins. But yeah, you can get a last shot if you could. But no, none of that. If I make it, we win. We're battling, bro. I'm telling you, it's 1-1, 3-1, 3-3. Right, we're getting up there, and at this point, I think it's like 8-9. The other team's up. Steven goes up for a shot. He hits it. It's 9-9. The other team, it's 9-9, and there's a minute 45 left on the clock, and the other team, one of the guys grabs the ball. Oh, no. So we scored, right? We turned the ball over. They get the ball. They score. It's 10-9. Then there's a minute 40 on the clock. The guy grabs the ball and goes, hey, he's holding the ball. He goes, what's the score? And we're like 10-9. Let's go. Check it up. And he goes, no. I don't think it's 10. He's wasting time. He's wasting time because they're up by 1.
Yeah.
And I tell you, he ran off a minute and 20 doing that shit. We were calling the ref. We were trying to get this, it was clearly cheating. All of a sudden, there's 30 seconds on the clock, and they have game point, and they check it in. We're playing defense. They're just dribbling. They're just messing around. And finally, we get a steal. We get a steal with 7 seconds on the clock. We run it back to the 3-point line. We're going right, pass. And then Steven gets the ball, bro. And Steven goes up for the shot. On the buzzer rings. He lets it go. Doesn't go in. We lost, bro. And that was probably one of Steven took that shit personal, bro. Steven was so passionate. He was so mad, bro. He went to the corner. Yeah. He went to the corner, bro. He put his jersey over his head, and he sat there, and I'm pretty sure he cried. I don't know. I didn't see him cry. Shout out to Steven. We got second place in that tournament, man. And that was one of those times where we fought so hard, dude, and I thought we had it. I really thought we had it, but came up short on that one. And I think it was a good learning moment for us, though, because Steven had that fire, man. He's playing overseas right now. He's semi-pro.
Dude, he's also a hover?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, I fucking hate you. I hate you. Yes, but Steven, I last I heard, he's still playing for a European team overseas or something like that.
Hey, you know what the silver lining in this is?
What's that?
Is that when the sequel rolls around, now you have a chance to dethrone the champion.
When the reboot happens 20 years later. Oh my God, I hate you.
You're all old and shit.
Yeah. It's gonna be like in Grown Ups.
Yeah.
that's how it's gonna be.
Or Jackass 4. What?
I don't.
Jackass 4.
Yeah.
The fourth one where they're old.
Oh, okay. God. I was like, when did they play basketball? In
Jackass?
But yeah, man, that was one of my. I have many of those basketball stories, but those two are the ones that really kind of I felt like were the ones I hold dear to me.
Because they're movie moments essentially. They're movie moments. I had it really quick just to end us off. I had one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't have one, but I experienced one. It was the final game of the season. This season or this game determined if we had a winning season or not. Mm-hmm. It's the last play of the game. Right. We're in OT, and back then it was I think first touchdown wins.
It was. I
don't know how it is. I don't know how it is now.
It still is depending on what level. But
so we're on I think the 30-yard.
Okay.
So we're relatively close, but not really. And this is the last thing. We go for first down and get milliseconds to kind of rush in the ball.
Yeah.
Or we Hail Mary this bitch.
Right.
And guess what the call was?
What?
It was a pass play.
Okay.
It was a pass play. And as soon as I said that, it was everybody in battle stations, you know. So coach calls he does the hand signal and everything and stuff. And we're like, oh, we're doing pass. All the line gets like, we get into position to, we're going to be the wall because we got to let these people do the thing. We do a wall. We do our job. Quarterback, he has an open guy all the way over there. He's throwing left and he goes, whoom. And Matthew, I swear to God, when I tell you that everybody in attendance went quiet, it almost, I saw the ball. I saw it going. I see Rodney over there. He's running. He's on the end zone at this point. And all you see is like magnet, bro. The ball just dunk. And he takes off and he runs. And we win the fucking game.
Damn. Who was that against?
Huh?
Who was that against?
That was against Central. So it wasn't the like.
No. It's hey, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, fuck Central.
No, yeah, but it was against Central, and that was it felt like a movie because we saw, dude, the ball was moving in slow motion, dude.
Those moments are critically slowed down.
Yes.
It's so fucking weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then as soon because you know how we have like the go-to receiver when these plays are called, that is the guy because he has sticky fingers, dude. He never drops the ball. As soon as I saw that it was like this clip
in that area,
you
knew
it had to take a miracle because he had substantial distance from the guy that was behind him. But there was still some like risk there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it was really good. I don't know if it's translating over, but like you guys just had to be there. Joke's on you.
Yeah, I have one shot that it was the shot that never was. It was the one I didn't make that I felt like had I made it would have just been such an amazing experience. But
we're talking the time that you got stood up for prom.
Yes.
Yeah. The shot that never did. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining with us for this episode of the Amateur Hour Podcast, the most mediocre podcast. Again, bring you the most mediocre entertainment every Monday. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It is amazing. It is the best way to support us, guys. Leave a like. It helps out the algorithm so fucking much.
We're not asking for money. We're not even asking you to watch the episode. Just open it and like it. Just open it.
Preferably watch the episode if you can. Leave a comment, share around it.
It's free, baby. It's free. It's free 99. Just hit that like button. Even if you guys don't do that, and you're watching this somehow, we appreciate you. So thank you guys so much for everything. I hope you guys enjoyed our story time. I love doing story time. So especially about sports when Yeah. Not to sound like a has-been, because I'm still playing. Baby. I take a lot of pride in that. All the people I went to high school with, all you guys are fat and out of shape, and I'm still out here balling. So,
with the balls.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
You're
like a dream that's come true. I only wish you